Hi guys, today I'll be doing a first impressions get ready with me video because I got a few products at the Makeup Revolution birthday party I went to a couple of weeks ago, and I just thought I would try them out on camera for the very first time and give you my initial thoughts. I already did my face makeup, my foundation and my eyebrows to make this video slightly shorter, but definitely let me know if you would like to see my updated face routine because I can totally film one for you very soon if you want to see it. But today I'll be trying out 4 products. The first one is this Makeup Revolution lipstick in the shade Girl's Best Friend, which looks like it is. It is very bright and very pink. And I have a brush, which I think is a powder brush, but I think I'm gonna use it for my blush. And then I have 2 products from Freedom Makeup, which is basically a brand that belongs to the same company as Makeup Revolution. Apparently it is targeted more towards like professional makeup artists, but it is still very cheap. So I have 2 products from the Freedom Makeup line. The first one is the Pro Studio Strobe Cream, which is some kind of a liquidy, creamy thingy for highlighting. I don't know, I haven't tried it yet. And the second one is this palette, which does look like an iPad, but it is not. It's called Pro Artist Pad. There's 48 shades inside that I'm gonna try out. Obviously not all of them, but a few. I'm first going to test out the eyeshadow palette, but before I start applying the eyeshadows, I'm first going to apply an eyeshadow primer because that's what I always do. I'm gonna go for a very neutral look on the eyes because the lipstick is so bright, and I want to test out the matte as well as the shimmer shade. So I think I'm going to start with this very neutral, almost like white kind of matte shade to even out my eyelid, and then I'm gonna use these 2 shades kind of in the crease. They're both matte, just to see how the matte shades are performing, and then I think I'm gonna go over with some shimmery shades. Maybe this one, which looks quite neutral, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, first we have the very light neutral matte shade that I'm going to apply all over my eyelid. Pigmentation is not too bad, to be honest. Obviously I can't tell because it is a very light shade, but yeah, the pigmentation doesn't look bad. It is also quite like buttery, like it goes on very smoothly, and no complaints so far. Now I'm going to take that very light brown matte shade, which is more cool toned, I would say, and apply it in the crease and maybe on the outer third of my eye. It is definitely not super pigmented, but it is a very light shade, and for like a light shade, it is really good. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but it like blends nicely, and you can like layer it. I'm now applying like the second layer in the crease, and it looks so nice. I'm also gonna take it to the outer corner and then apply like another layer in the crease. And I'm also gonna take this one under my eyes. You know what? I have to say, I'm really impressed. I really like this one. It goes on very smoothly. There's no like major fallout, which I would expect with like cheap eyeshadows. It looks nice, it blends out nicely, and it's just a really nice eyeshadow. I'm just gonna take the darker matte shade now to dip in the crease even more. This one is pigmented as well, very nice to blend. I am very, very impressed. I didn't expect it because I did try out some Makeup Revolution eyeshadows before, but that was like literally years ago, like 2 years ago. And I wasn't like a huge fan, which I mean, I didn't expect them to be like super great because they are so cheap. And I have to admit, I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to eyeshadows. I really like them to be top notch. But I mean, honestly, I would like use this palette on a daily basis because from what I'm seeing so far, it is good despite being very affordable. This palette costs £15. There's 48 shades in it, as we have established, and I would say it's like a really great value, because usually high-end eyeshadow palettes like Urban Decay Naked palettes cost, I don't know, like £40 I think. So yeah, I am very impressed with this one. Again, I'm also gonna take this dark shade just under my eyes, but in the outer corner. What I'm gonna do now is just apply a shimmery champagne shade all over my eyelid, just to make the look more interesting and to see how shimmery eyeshadows perform. They're definitely like not as pigmented as like Urban Decay or Lorac, but I don't know. If you like layer them up, you still get a nice color payoff. Yeah, I would definitely say the shade that I just used, for example, you have to layer it up, maybe like put on 3 layers. And I'm also noticing some fallout now, actually quite a lot of fallout. Now I'm just going to take a very light shimmery shade and pop it under my brows and in the inner corners, just to highlight the area a little bit. Okay, I think what it bothers me when it comes to the shimmery shades is that they almost look a bit like glittery. I don't know if it makes sense, but yeah, they're almost a little bit like too glittery. Like they have not like chunky glitters in them, but maybe they're not like as fine as the eyeshadows that I normally use. But again, for the price, I mean, if you're not like too picky when it comes to your eyeshadows like I am, I think you would be completely satisfied with them. So before I move on, just to sum up, I think the darker shades definitely perform much better. I have to say that I'm very impressed with the darker matte shades, which I didn't expect, because drugstore brands usually don't do a great job when it comes to matte shades. But I think the matte shades in this palette are pretty damn good, to be honest. The shimmery shades, I maybe had a bit of a higher expectation after trying out those mattes, because shimmery shades are usually like better, even when it comes to high-end brands. But yeah, I don't know, I definitely give it a thumbs up. I'm gonna do a proper review of this palette on my blog, probably in a couple of weeks time when I really properly test it out, and I'm also gonna like swatch all the shades. So if you're interested in finding out more about this palette, definitely go check out my blog. But now I'm gonna move on to the next step. I'm just gonna finish my eye makeup and put on some concealer under my eyes, because I do have some fallout and it doesn't look great. It kind of looks like I just climbed out of the chimney. The concealer that I use to clean up the mess is LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer, which I love. And now I'm gonna put on some mascara, my favorite one, which is Jordana Best Lash Extreme. Now I'm quickly going to contour the face. I use this pressed powder by the company called Grimace, I think. For my cheeks, I'll actually be using another Makeup Revolution product, but it is quite an old one. I've had it for like 2 years. This is the Ultra Blush Palette in Sugar and Spice, and this is how it looks like inside. I think I'm gonna be using this shade very lightly just to complement the lipstick that I'm going to be applying at the end. And yeah, I'll be using this brush that I mentioned in the beginning. The brush is really soft and I don't think it's bad for applying blush, to be honest, but I think I'm definitely gonna be using it for like powder in the future. I don't know. I think it's a bit too dense for a blush brush. I think I'm just gonna have to go over with a stippling brush to blend everything out. Now I'm going to move on to the Strobe cream. I'm first going to apply it on the top of my cheekbones just to see how it looks like, and you know, if it's not too much. I didn't expect it to look like a cream. I'm not sure if you can see, but it is white. I expected like a clear, maybe a little bit shimmery substance, but no, it is definitely like white when it gets out of the packaging. Okay, let's just see how this looks like. It definitely gives that kind of like a, almost like a glowy look, like not shimmery, but adds just a bit of a glow. I'm not even sure if the camera is gonna pick it up because it is quite subtle, which I kind of prefer, to be honest, because I'm all about that like subtle kind of makeup. I think you can definitely see it on this cheekbone. I'm gonna apply it on my cupid's bow as well, like down my nose a little bit. I do like the effect, to be honest. I really like it. I love that it is subtle, and it smells really good. It smells really good. It smells like one of those creams I used to wear when I was like a kid. I really like it. I'm such a freak. Oh gosh. You know what's not great though? My powder is rubbing off because this is obviously like a cream that I'm applying over powder, which you're not supposed to do. I hope you can see the effect. I think I'm definitely gonna use it for like daily looks. Just add a little bit of glow to my face. Last but not least is the lipstick in the shade Girl's Best Friend, as I have mentioned. Well, the lipstick just fell out of the tube, which is not a very good sign, is it? Oh no. I did not expect that to happen. Oh god, this is not working. I'm still gonna try to apply it, but yeah, obviously the quality is not quite up there when it comes to the packaging, although it does look very pretty because it is rose gold. So I'm kind of bummed out about that, but I'm still gonna attempt to apply it. Wish me luck. This is how the lipstick looks like. I actually quite like the shade. It is very bright. It is actually very creamy. It isn't matte. There's definitely like a sheen, like a creamy sheen going on. It feels very comfortable on the lips. It is quite like moisturizing, so that's a plus. But because it is creamy, I'm pretty sure it doesn't last on your lips for a very long time. So this is the end of my first impressions, get ready with me kind of tutorial. I don't even know what that was, but I hope you enjoyed watching it. I've said I will have the like full reviews of all of the products that I've mentioned today on my blog at some point, so make sure you follow that. You can find my blog on puzzleofsandraslife.com. You can follow me through blog loving. I'm also working on a newsletter, so just go check it out, and yeah, you'll see everything. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with my future videos, and have a nice day. I'll see you guys soon. Bye!